Russian President Vladimir Putin has welcomed comments by US presidential candidate Donald Trump on his desire to end the Ukraine conflict as sincere. As he concluded a summit of the Brics bloc of developing economies in the city of Kazan, Russia, Putin also warned the West on Thursday that it was an illusion to think Moscow could be defeated on the battlefield, and that any peace deal will have to recognize Russia's control of large areas of Ukraine territory. So this is where the problem is now. Yes, on one side, Russian president welcomes the comments by the US presidential candidate or former US president for them to find a peace deal, for them to end this war. But on the other side, Russia is equally warning the West that any peace deal that would not recognize Russia's control of larger areas of Ukraine territory, he will not accept it. So it means that on one side, Vladimir Putin is not really ready for peace. And it means that if care is not taken, the way he's sounding, this war will continue. Before you know, 3 years will be counting. It's almost 3 years. Because February next year is going to make it 3 years. So you see, that is just like the saying that said that when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers it. While Putin is busy flexing his muscle concerning this war, the West are busy supporting Ukraine. At the end of the day, it's the average citizens of Ukraine that is suffering it the most. Yes, some of them have to relocate or migrate to countries they never dreamt in their entire life of migrating to. Some of them are now trying to adjust, integrate themselves into that culture, that society, which is not easy for them. Some of them have been through a whole lot of psychological trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, a whole lot. And some part of Russia too, their citizens has been through a lot. So it is the citizens of Ukraine and some part of Russia that is suffering the flexing of the muscles of these politicians, the egos of these politicians or presidents or leaders and whoever that is supporting them. At the end of the day, is the average people that are suffering it. I just hope that Vladimir Putin, for once, will think for once on the side of humanity, come down a bit from his ego and try to find compromise with Ukraine on a round table. Yes, but if he continues the way he's sounding, that any peace deal that is not going to recognize Russia having control of the larger areas of Ukraine territory, if he continues on this road, believe me, this war will continue. That's one. And secondly, I can't even imagine what will be the fate of Ukraine as a country in the next 6 months. Because on the other side, rumor has it that North Korean soldiers are in Russia to help Russia. And earlier this year, Russia and North Korea signed a deal to defend each other, to do business with each other, to defend each other's territory. And you know what that means. If North Korea is supplying Russia soldiers, it means that the West will be doing more to support Ukraine at the end of the day, to the detriment of Ukrainian citizens and some part of Russian citizens.